of doing the Live Well Mornings show, and I have already overslept my alarm. So here we are, 5 minutes late, and bearing a lot of facial tools because it's a situation. So you're gonna walk with me, talk with me. We have to be quiet while I come out here because my kids are asleep. And I am going to go start my coffee because it's early and none of those things happened. They were all supposed to happen. I was supposed to get in my workout this morning, all the things, but I overslept my alarm and popped my eyes open at 5:48 and was like, what? Wait a minute. So we're just gonna do like a little lymphatic drainage for all of my puffiness. Good morning. You just finished your train well workout. Yeah, that's what I was supposed to be doing. I was supposed to be doing my Wednesday train well workout. I still need to find you guys that link. If you are interested in train well, I absolutely love train well. Dawn and I both do train well. And it has been a game changer for me working out. I feel so much stronger. Even my boyfriend, he's like, you're a lot stronger than you used to be. I'm like, I know. And our joke is, I always say, I work out now. It's been like, almost 9 months of me working out, but that is the joke. Okay, so I'm not gonna make you sick. Okay, I'm gonna stick you in a thing, but you're gonna have to bear with me because, yeah, this is all about real life. The morning show is all about real life, and this is it, right? I overslept that alarm. I'm gonna try to not turn off the phone as I jimmy rig you into this tripod. Why aren't tripods easier? Okay. Got it. I put on a bra special for you guys. So you're welcome. And we're gonna fill up the water. Walk with me, talk with me. We're gonna do a little planning this morning because good morning, Sarah Wiley. I certainly need to do some planning for there's my laundry. There you go. There's some more reality. Really coming in hot with the reality, you guys. There's also dishes. I don't know if you need to see those. We're gonna do a little quick move so you don't see the dishes. I have to empty out my French press so that I can actually make my coffee. So we're gonna do that really quickly, and then I'm going to gua sha my face, and we're going to do some planning. Okay, so how the heck are y'all? I am getting excited because there are some things that we are starting to work on behind the scenes for what is coming this summer, because I really am excited about some planning content that we are going to be bringing you guys. I say we, and it's me and my 11-year-old daughter. She is like my right-hand man, and I was like, you know what? I don't think it would hurt for you to learn like some marketing skills. So I've signed her up because she wanted to work with me. And so this summer, that was our plan once she got out of school. Good morning, Joy. And so I have signed her up for these webinars. And I'm like, I need somebody to actually learn this stuff. I don't have time to go to every webinar. And so she's doing it for me. And I'm going to a couple of things, but HubSpot, if you guys didn't know, we're gonna have a little chit chat before we get in there and we do our planning while I make my coffee. HubSpot has free certification courses in all kinds of different areas, if you guys didn't know that. But also, this is the coffee that I drink, and it is Calm Organic Decaf with reishi and chaga. It's for de-stress and good mood, and I need both those things in my life. So I am going to get this going, and then we're gonna head upstairs. We're gonna have a grand old time with our planning. So anyway, I have signed her up for these HubSpot courses, and that's been really great to have her taking these. And some of them I want to take too, because you can actually get certifications in different areas of social media marketing and analytics and SEO. And in today's landscape, like, she's not on social media herself, but I think that it is really helpful for her to have some of these skills that she could like rely back on if she wanted to make extra money when she's older, if she knows how to do some of this stuff. So I think it's a pretty good plan. Okay, this water is heating up. So today, I will tell you right now, yesterday, it did not go the way that I planned. My top 3, because that's what one of the things that we do here is we're talking about our top 3 things that we like absolutely want to try to get done in the day, and that didn't happen. It didn't happen. I'm going to be totally honest with you. And so I do need to figure out how to do, it said something about moderation. We're going to figure that out, you guys, in the future. I'm gonna get on figuring that out. We're gonna figure out the moderation and make that happen. So wait, can I do it? Maybe I need to have one of you be a moderator. There. Okay. I think we're moderating people. Sorry. Okay. We're just gonna take a quick second and do that, ladies, so that I don't get distracted and we can move on. And wow, you're okay. We're just gonna do that real quick. So sorry. And bada boom, bada bing. Done. Moderation accomplished. Okay, in the future, I can try to have somebody else maybe be a moderator. Okay, well, Sarah, if you think you're gonna be here most mornings, maybe I'll make you the moderator. Here, how did I do that? Okay, I just made you a moderator. There we go. There we go, Sarah. So then we don't have to deal with that. Okay. There we go. Now we just get to have fun. We just get to have fun, and we don't have to, you have at it. Is it gonna work, Sarah? Can you get that one? Can you get that one? Is it gonna work? Let me know. Okay, coffee's going. Now we are going to, I'm gonna take this nonsense. Well, maybe we'll just sit here at my kitchen counter. No, I have my planner upstairs, so we're gonna take it upstairs. You can help moderate too. Yes, okay. Well, if I know one of you is gonna be here for most lives, then I will throw you guys in as moderator. Let's turn the heat on. Those are words that I don't want to say in the end of June. Let's turn the heat on. What? Okay. I think we got it. We got some moderation happening, and now we can enjoy ourselves without people being rude. Okay. So, we're almost there. We're almost there. That one. Okay. I'll get him. I'll get him. Got it. I think I got him. Did I? Oh, I just deleted the message. I wasn't deleting the people. Is that what happened? Okay. I'm gonna put that user in timeout. We're gonna get here. We're gonna get here. Oh, and homeschooler, when I had it's not showing me the whole comment. It cut off. Okay. The chalkboard wall. Oh, that was many moons ago. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a whole different life. whole different life back then, Diane. Well, I'm glad you've refound me or just watching stuff. That's so great. Okay, we're gonna do a little gua sha just to try to help with the morning that I already overslept. So I try to get all the puffiness to go away. All right, now I need water. I got the coffee started, but I need water. This is not going well. Was folding laundry while listening. Yeah, well, it was, we just went through and we made it, this is safe space. Okay. If people are watching on the replay, or if for all of you who are like still hanging in here, there's a couple of you. It's been a wild ride. I should have just started over. And of course, I'm out of water. Good times. This is going great. I'm not normally going to be this scattered, you guys. I promise. If you've seen the last 2 days, it's been better. It's been better than this. But we gotta, do what we can do. And this is all about being real and showing up. And I have shown up even though it's not going great. I'm still here. So thank you for being here with me. Thank you. We all have our days where it doesn't quite go the way that we planned, but we still plan. This is a question I feel like I get a lot about planning, like why plan if you have kids, or, why plan if you know that things aren't going to go according to the plan? And I still think that a plan is valuable because even if it doesn't go that way, sort of what you need to account for that you need to change. And like if I have the pieces, I think of it kind of like a puzzle piece or like a puzzle, that if I know what I need to move, then I can move those pieces around to make room for, the new thing that came up. I can move those pieces to have it make more sense and put them in a place that will work. Like I'm going to be talking over on Patreon today. If you don't know about our Patreon, it's patreon.com/livewelltogether. It's a bunch of ladies who come together and we do lives 3 days a week, and I talk about different topics in there. And today we are going to be talking about like the plan. This is going to be a journey you guys are going to be following us on, but the plan that my boyfriend and I are working on putting in place for our kids this summer, because we live across the street from each other and we're basically one big family and we do everything together, except for we all go to bed in our own houses right now. And so we are trying to figure out ways that we can like have the kids be busy and have things going on. I mean, granted, they're older ages. We don't have little kids, thank the Lord. The youngest is 9, the oldest is 18, but trying to create ways for them to have like enrichment this summer and engagement and feel seen and taken care of, but also like making life go on so that we can both do the work that we need to do. And so we are working on like an incredibly detailed plan for everything that is going to happen this summer. And it can feel like, is this a good idea? This feels like a lot, but I feel like the more specifically we make that plan, the easier it is to stick with it and to follow. Like, I think that when you fall short on your planning is when it's much easier to drop the ball and not continue forward with like how you wanted things to go. And so I think it's going to be really good. We have to like right now, like we were telling the older kids about it last night. My boyfriend played this video for them about first followers. I should find this video. I should have him send me the video. I can send it to all of you guys because it's kind of ridiculous. But it is this idea of having first followers. And there's this guy at this festival and he's like this shirtless dancer and he's out in the middle of the grass. Everybody's like sitting around listening to the music and he is the only one who is dancing. And he is just like, doing every weird thing that he wants to do. And pretty soon, another guy comes out and starts dancing with him. So now there's just two weirdos out there dancing. And then after a little while, a third one joins in. And that is where it's like it hits a tipping point, and slowly more people start coming out there. And by the time they've got 5 or 6 people out there dancing just whatever weird way they want to dance, they end up having like an onslaught of people that people are now, they feel more awkward if they don't join in. And so this whole video is about getting your first followers. And so his whole idea was that if we could get the oldest kids like on board to be excited with what we're trying to do this summer, with the responsibilities we're trying to give them, with the things that we want them to learn and to do, that hopefully it will be like this, you know, trickle down effect with the other kids. And so we're trying to like do that. But when we were talking to the kids yesterday, I said, you know, right now this is we are in the like the idea of a plan stage. The plan hasn't happened yet. We have to get the actual plan made. Our plan is to get the plan made. We plan to plan by next Monday so that everything can fall into place. So I believe that for our days, for any projects that we want to work on, for anything like that, the more detailed that we can be planned, the more likely we are to stick with something, to follow through, to not get caught up in the details when we're in the moment. Like if I have the roadmap that I'm going to follow, it's a lot easier to just follow, oh, I'm supposed to do this next thing next, so that's what I'm going to do. Whereas if I don't know what I'm supposed to do next, and there's all kinds of different options for what I could be doing, I can get really lost in the weeds to know what I should do next and maybe not make any progress at all. And so when we can identify those things beforehand and we can have those things like figured out and detailed, then we can just get into the flow of doing the work, whether it's organizing your pantry or like running your business, whatever it is. If you already know in advance what you're going to do, you just have to follow the map. And it also removes a lot of decision fatigue because you've already decided in advance what it is you're going to do. Diane doesn't homeschool anymore either. That was a whole other life. Yeah. One, I'm so supportive of my friends who still are, but one, I'm so glad to see go bye-bye. Mom, look at me having a routine. 10 years later, did you remember how Mom had a routine? That would be nice. You finished building a schedule and or to-do list gives you more freedom, or you find, yes, Saturday has a to-do list, but I also know we have time to stop at the local art fest. Yes, and that's the thing, that was the other part of why I went on that rant that I was gonna say, is when you have the puzzle pieces and you can just like flow through the plan, you also, like we've told the kids, we are not just locking ourselves in here to not be able to do things spontaneously. And my boyfriend can be very spontaneous. He is, which is funny because he's a 1 on the Enneagram, but 1s, when they are in health, they go to 7, which is very spontaneous and very just like, let's go do this thing, you know, like let's have fun. And I love to see him in that state. It is my favorite way for him to be, and I think he's really like that in the summer. And so we've told the kids, like, just because we have this plan, it doesn't mean that we won't have those spontaneous things that happen. Doesn't mean that we won't have that day where he's like, let's go paddleboarding, or, you know, like whatever it is. But knowing the pieces that we need to move makes it easier for us to be flexible because we know what it is should have been getting done in that time that we can then find other time to be doing. Instead, we could be missing those things and then just kind of forget to do them altogether. So I really appreciate a good plan. Can you tell? Can you tell I love a plan? All right, let me get out my computer and my planner. I think I showed this more yesterday over on Instagram because on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're doing Live Well Mornings on Instagram instead of here on YouTube. So We're spreading the love. If you want to find me tomorrow morning, hopefully I won't oversleep my alarm. And that is where we will be. How do we build this around those with ADHD who struggle against a plan? Well, guess what? My boyfriend also has ADHD as well as his son. So I do still believe that it's possible. I think that having things, I think a lot of times the struggle within ADHD, and I am not an ADHD professional by any means whatsoever. I just have experience in working with them. Like, as I love to plan. He hates to plan. That is a thing. He's like, I do not enjoy this, but I know that it's necessary. So when we're doing the planning, I'm the one who, so we'll talk about the follow through in a minute, but I'm the one who sits down with the planner and with my computer open and my big complicated Google calendar that we each have a different calendar, and I have like all the parts and pieces that I pulled together for our schedule and all the things that we're going to do, and I make the spreadsheet for the kids' chores and like all the stuff. I am the one who does all of that, but I do not expect him to go into a computer and try to find that information. Nuh-uh. That does not work. He will not go look for it. He will not know what's going on. And so my thing with them, because I can't think of a better word, I was going to say plan again, but this is like what we do, is I try to keep things as front of mind for them as possible. But does he buy in and participate? Yes. It was actually his idea that we put this plan in place, because while he does not like to plan, he knows the benefit of having the plan. So we literally, for a lot of the day yesterday, I sat there with this big notepad and this big marker, and we wrote in big letters, like everything that because he has a vision for what the summer is going to be. This was like, he was the catalyst for us pulling this all together. I was going to be the one with the kids this summer that was more like willy-nilly, like, you guys just let's survive the summer. I'm going to get my work done. But he's like, no, let's be intentional. Like, let's build our family culture. Let's let this be the summer that creates a lot of change for us. And so I was writing down all the things that he would like to see happen this summer and ideas for how we were going to get that done. And then I'm usually kind of the one that then is like, okay, let's take it from the vision into the actual plan. Let's make the roadmap for us to get there and actually have it happen. But I have to keep it front of mind for him and his son and for everyone. But we have a giant whiteboard in the dining room in his house. You're squishy inside over his vision. I know, right? It was like all my love languages coming out at once. So we have this giant whiteboard in his dining room, which, if we ever all live together as a family, I am like, this whiteboard pains me because I'm a 3. And so I like things to be aesthetic and look a certain way and everything, but I also can't deny how beneficial this giant ass whiteboard is. That's how I feel about it. And so I'm like, okay, well, we'll have to figure out where that whiteboard will go if we ever move. But for right now, it's in his dining room and we can all access it really easily because we're at his house all the time. So it takes up most of the wall. And right now he made a calendar for the entire summer. And so we have all the different camps and my oldest son's work days and everything, every appointment, I said that very properly, appointment. It's all on there. So that's the first step to keeping it front of mind. But I also, Joy, you hog that chat. You get in there and you hog that chat. If nobody else is going to speak up, then be my guest. I love the interaction as long as you're not a troll. So yes, please come in, chat away. you have 4 small whiteboards that are for different things, right? You know, like a whiteboard can be very beneficial. So we have this whiteboard, it's got the calendar, but then as far as like all the routines and everything, I thought about putting them in an app. I thought about having them because all the kids like a device and they all have like their Kindles and access to computers and different things. But then I was like, you know what? No, like we're going to go old school with a lot of this. And it is going to be like printed out paper. If I need to like, what I'm probably going to do, and I will take you guys on this journey throughout the summer as it continues to evolve. But what I'm probably going to do is print out, like everyone will have their like own little like schedule and sheet of what is happening for the summer. But then I will probably also have like a sheet that I print out weekly with who is signed up for what chores, because that's one of the things we're trying to give them a lot of autonomy and choice, that we are kind of outlining the things that we want them to do, but within those things, they have choice. So we want them to be reading, but they get to pick the book. And so if they're going to pick books, then we have to facilitate taking them to the library. That we want them to pursue music this summer. We want each of them to pursue music. They're all interested in different musical things. So how can we do that? What instrument do they want to play? Like that's up to them. So those kinds of things. We want them to all like be working on their academics, whatever their hardest subject is. Our youngest ones, we want them to be working on their handwriting. And so we're really trying to push them ahead with those things, but they get to kind of pick within each of those categories what they're going to do, if that makes sense. We're really wanting to do a lot of physical activity. Like everybody has an hour of physical activity every day, whether you hop on the elliptical or you go out and play sports. Like we want everybody to be up and moving and using their bodies. And so you get to pick what you want to do. But everyone, once we've like figured those things out, I think I will put a printout up next to the whiteboard that has, okay, this week, this is what's going on. This is what, you know, you all are doing as far as your chores in each house and how you can contribute. We're giving them like bonus things that they can do around the houses, like deep cleaning things that they can choose to take on. And then they will get, we're going to create some sort of reward system. We're talking about maybe like working up to a big like end of summer bash that we would host if everybody is like on board with us throughout the summer. So we've got a lot of ideas floating around right now, and I'm now in the process of taking the vision and creating the plan with it, but keeping it front of face is what keeps it front of mind, I think, for ADHD people. Like being the one to not nag, but remind, like, hey, we've got these resources, we've got these posted, you've been handed this, like giving it to them in as many different formats as possible, talking through it, but also showing it. All of those things I think are really helpful. I don't like to have everything posted everywhere, but it works. So I'm willing to make that sacrifice. You're loving the questions. You think your 18-year-old may have ADHD. Yes, they tend to forget about things that are not in front of them. And that can be a really hard thing for me because like I really like open, cleaned off spaces and that sort of thing, where my boyfriend's like, but if I do that, then I will forget that I have oranges or, you know, whatever it is, like they will just become non-existent. And so we have to kind of like strike that balance between what stays out and everywhere and what we can put away. But I think it's definitely that way with planning. I think a lot of times, even if you don't have ADHD, if you don't keep it in front of your face, you're a lot less likely to follow through with things. You need me to do a YouTube video walking through this planning. Okay, I will put that on the list. I should. I feel like it's like once summer is hit, like nobody's watching summer videos anymore, but I would love to. I've been thinking about that as we've been going through this process. Like this would probably be valuable content to bring to the table, because I think it's going to be great for us. If I could somehow like package this together and make it a thing that people could replicate, like I think that could be pretty awesome. Your husband is inattentive ADHD, so it makes it interesting. Yeah, I can only imagine. And I think that my boyfriend can be both inattentive and attentive depending on his mood. You know? So, I get it, but I think like the more tools that you can present, and if you can get buy-in, if you can make him your first follower, show him that video and be like, I need you to dance with your shirt off at the festival with me. Like, get in here with me and let's be weird together and make it happen for our family. Like, we're really trying to get the buy-in with our older kids. And honestly, we sat them down yesterday and we only got buy-in from one of them. So we're like, oh, okay, this could be a longer road than we thought, but we did get buy-in from one of them. So we're going to really try to utilize that enthusiasm to forge ahead. Get him diagnosed. Having a 40-something husband who struggles with it but has had it all his life, he has been labeled lazy and slow because of it. You know, I think that we are in this time where diagnoses can be so beneficial because there's so much understanding and there are so many resources. When it gives you a better understanding of yourself and it allows other people to understand you better as well, I think that it can be a really good thing. Your homeschool group would love having this process, and having it as a resource would be valuable. This is part of why you have a coach, to help him see buy-in and how valuable that is. That's right, you guys have that coach. I love that you have that. I think that's so awesome, Joy. That's really, really great. Okay, I did not structure my my planner the way that I normally do. Last night I was in a hurry, and so I was like, I just want to get like these things down on the paper for what I'm wanting to accomplish today. I did not, like I said, I didn't get as much done yesterday, but this is the time for you to get out your planner. Excuse me. So if you have our morning sheet, which you can find at MacKenzieKoppa.com/mornings, it has like a great little like daily planner breakdown for you where you can put your top 3 to-dos, you can put what you're grateful for, you can put what food you're eating for that day, or like, you know, what your meal plan is. Give yourself like a little walkthrough of the day. That is what I'm planning on doing after I get off of here with you guys. Before I go get into the voiceover studio, I am going to create the flow for my day, because again, it's like making that roadmap of how to get things done. And I'm always 100% of the time more productive if I have created the flow for myself. So I am going to do that. And so that's next up on my plan. But I want you to get out your 3 things right now. Can one of your 3 things be something you already did? Absolutely. You already did it today. Count that sucker, Sarah. It doesn't have to be just because it's early here. Like, yes, amen. A to the men. We're not trying to make life harder. We're just trying to get stuff done. So I did not get my 3 things done yesterday. I only got one of the 3 things done yesterday. But I am like gonna buckle down today and really try to get a lot more accomplished. So my top 3, obviously my list is longer, and I've just even now thinking of things that are not on this list that I need to add to it. I'm gonna work on the podcast. So that hopefully we will get out the podcast either later today or early tomorrow morning. I have brought my daughter in as a podcast producer this summer. So she is going to be doing the editing. I'm super thankful because that is the worst part for me. So she is going to be editing the podcast today. Okay, I can use my brain. I got it. So I'm going to do the podcast. I am going to get in the studio and do auditions. That was the thing that I did yesterday, but I want to get in and do more auditions. I am a voice actor. Also, if you are new here, you can find the podcast Live Well Anyway, wherever you listen to podcasts. We talk about planning and productivity and wellness. I have some chats with my best friend. It's just like a really good time all the way around. But you can find that wherever you listen to your podcasts. So go find that over there. Okay, so auditions, podcast, and what else? There's so many things that I need to do. I really want to get out a YouTube video, but we're having some technological issues. So if I can get that figured out, then maybe I could get a YouTube video done. Otherwise, I want to work on creating an e-learning demo for my voiceover work. I have like all this e-learning work that I have done in the past that I could throw together in a demo, and I'm wanting to contact some e-learning companies about possibly getting more e-learning work. I've been really consistently doing e-learning work for about the last year and a half. I mean, I've done it one-offs all throughout, but all throughout my voiceover career. But the last year and a half, I've been specifically working with a company and doing e-learning weekly, and I really enjoy it. And so I'm hoping to get like connected with more e-learning companies to do more voiceover work for that. So in order to do that, I need to put together my reel of all of these different projects that I've done. So that is a job that needs to happen, and I need to get after it. So that is on my list too. If I got those, if I not even necessarily finished the demo, but I got to working on it, I think that would be great. So I'm going to write these down because yesterday I was like, I don't even remember what were my 3 things. So my top 3 are audition. I'm going to star next to them. Audition, and where did I put it? Podcast production, and work on my e-learning demo. So those are like my top 3. I have other things I want to get done today, but those are my toppy top. Okay. Dawn today is going to complete a financial plan for a potential client, your work at home job, make a grocery list from your staples list in PTE. That is a very good idea. I do have to go to the grocery store too. I'm not going to put that on my list, but I do have to go to the grocery store. Book hotel and pick a few activities to do for a short vacation next week. That sounds nice. Very nice, Dawn. Sarah is going to, well, what was your first thing, Sarah? Did you put it? Oh, wait, no. Learned the new nut milk maker while listening to me. Well, there you go. Look at you multitasking. Okay, and then her 2 and 3 are mow part of the backyard. Why are you only mowing part of the backyard? And take kids to Estes Park. That is so fun. And then Joy is going to fold laundry, wash a load, and clean the kitchen. Kids to the park, breakfast for mom from a coffee shop. Joy, that is not 3 things. Let's group together the laundry. No, you can count them separately, but you are an overachiever. So anyway, we have gone long this morning, probably because the first 10 minutes or so were me running around the house. I'm going to go now finish my coffee so that I can actually drink it. And actually, I have to get into the voiceover studio, so I can't drink my coffee until I get out of there because the cream makes my voice all, gunky. So my coffee's going to have to wait. But yes, we had to mess around with the trolls and with me running around the house for the first 10 or 12 minutes. So that's why we went long. We ended up getting into the goods of the planning, right? It ended up being worth it in the end if people can just get past that whole first section. So yeah, we're gonna get better about dealing with these trolls and figuring it all out. It's gonna be a good time. Backyard is huge, and you use an old-fashioned rotary mower, like one without a motor, like the kind that just goes like, are you kidding me? You're amazing. That's incredible. Wow, Sarah, that's really something. Okay. Laundry, I know. One of the things, I should have it on my list here. I'm going to add it to my general list. It's not going to be one of my top 3, but that's crazy, Sarah. That's amazing. My kids are taking over their own laundry this summer. We have like dabbled with this in the past and it's not been successful, but my kids are going to, excuse me. Oh, that's what I get for waking up late. She must have amazing arms and legs. She does work out. So I'm thinking Sarah does. She can't stand the gas smell. Well, good for you. Good for you. I'm sure that's way more healthy for you. What was I saying? I totally lost. I'm teaching my kids to do their laundry. So they each have their laundry basket, and we are going to forge ahead because I am sick and tired of them being like, where's my shirt that I wanted? And it's like, I don't know. I washed the clothes that you had in the pile. Is it somewhere behind your bed? Is it in a bag you left at your dad's house? Like where I don't know, and I'm tired of being in trouble. Plus, I need to offload some of this work that it is to live here and make things continue. I am a working mom. I need them to step up to the plate. So, they are going to do their laundry this summer, and so that's probably one of the things that we're going to get started today. All right. You have one too, and your 6-year-old loves it. That is amazing that people even, I didn't even know they made these anymore. Or are you just finding them in like a vintage shop to mow your lawn? That's incredible. Go you guys. I don't have to mow my grass as of right now. So I actually, by the time that we all live together as a family, like somebody else will be mowing the grass, not me. Okay. I am going to go, but I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Again, I will, Amazon. That's crazy. That is amazing. I would have never thought that was still a thing. Huh, who knew? Okay, I will see you guys back tomorrow morning over on Instagram, and then we will be back here 6 a.m. Friday, 6 a.m. Pacific time. And we will rock and roll and starting our day. I will give you like an update on how the planning is going for everything with the kids. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail today in our live over in Patreon. So if you want like even more goods, you can find them over there. But yeah, until tomorrow, ladies, go be bold and gracious. All right, bye.